Okay, so you got that, right?
Do you have a speaker or something?
You're gonna talk into this, and I'm just gonna collect it from you. Okay, so we ready, Mark? We good to go? Thank you. Yes, yes. Okay, and big round of applause for Lataya.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me well? Okay, cool. My name is Lataya Golar, and I have a company called American Umma. We create dope cover apparel for the masses. So AU creates a variety of modern cover options for the new modern modest person. So the future is covered. You know, the current fashion market today is just too sexy. It's overly modest or religious. So, like, either the option nowadays is either your Britney Spears or your Mother Teresa. Okay. So it's a lack of options. We need UV protection. I don't know if you found out, but the rainforest is on fire. So is the tundra. And on top of that, it was 109 degrees in Paris. So we need UV protection. Also, it's bad fitting. I don't know if you know that if you're in the wrong type of outfit for your body type, it just doesn't look good. Okay. And my question to the tech people is, how can you wear wearable technology if you don't have any clothes on? So think about that. So the future is covered. The opportunity is that this is a $500 billion global market that's virtually untapped. The demand for modest clothing, the search is up 200%, and clothing search is up 300%. It's the zeitgeist, it's the sign of the times. Sexy is getting tired. Also, it's an influence of Islam in the West. So that's trickling down. In fashion, if you look in fashion in Europe, covered fashion is the thing. Wearable technology. Again, how can you wear technology if you don't have clothes on? So to me, that's AU weather, American Umma. So far, 70% of our customers have been non-Muslim, which has been commonly associated with being covered. So we have a mainstream appeal. So one of our products is the Element. The Elements is ultra modern, modest, modular apparel. So we have different pieces. As you see, I have on today, I have a few of the pieces. It's from more of our fancier collection, but we do have more casual wear as well. We have the Stellar that goes on your head. We also have the Orbit and the Circuits, the Districts for your bottom, the connectors for your chest. I have one on here. And I'm gonna just give you a sneak peek. Sexy, less sexy. Sexy, less sexy. Okay, I think you get what I'm saying here. And the maxillas for the face. So as you see our model right here, who is my lovely daughter. She has on the she has on the Stellar on her head, which you can wrap 4 different ways. She also has up under here, she has on an Orbit. She doesn't have on Annex, but she has sectors for her arms and the District for her bottom. So just in case you don't want your daughter to go out in those yoga pants, cover it up. Okay, so every 6 weeks you get to choose a new theme. You mix and match, collect them all kind of thing. So, you know, every 6 weeks they're waiting for the new collection to drop. These are a couple of our collections that we've had in the past that was popular with the motorsport. We presented that in New York Fashion Week. The Manda Boho, we presented that in London in the black and white collection, which I wear all the time. The process that we use is sublimation. It allows our customers to customize and personalize their outfits in a bespoke high-tech apparel. So the way the process goes is that a customer will choose an outfit, and we can manually change that right now. We do it manually to their size if they give us their measurements, or we can adjust the length. It's printed out, and we have it heat pressed onto 100% recycled fabric that comes from plastic bottles. And then you see the outfit right here. Now technology has changed since this time, and we can print directly to the fabric. So we have pretty good traction. I've been doing this for a few years and just now turning it into an actual business. We've had about $8,000 in sales, with the average sale being about $183 and a 30% return rate. We've raised about $15,000 in fundraising for our fashion shows. We've also been in 16 magazines and blogs, 27 showcases, 10 cities in 3 countries. We have about 1,500 followers on IG, and we're trending in all matters categories on Google image search. So AU is in demand. I just kind of went around the world to show a proof of concept. So we've been invited this year and the following year, 2020, to prestigious fashion weeks around the world, including New York, London, Paris, Milan, Dubai, Amsterdam, Jakarta, Istanbul, LA, and 2 days ago we got an invite to Saudi Arabia and also Scotland. So our competitors right now are more modest Muslims. Like, a lot of times when people think of being covered, their mind automatically goes to Muslim fashion, when in actuality, modest is not new to America, because I don't know if you remember, grandma wouldn't leave the house without her gloves and her hat, right? Remember those times? And a slip in, appropriate length, right? So it's not new to Americans. So our competitors' inflexible designs and is mainly targeted towards Muslims. However, AU Nation, we have a whole group behind what we do, and we have interchangeable designs, and we create dope covered apparel for everybody. So out of all the markets, AU has the most crossover potential, and that comes from Catherine Schiller from FIT New York, the Fashion Institute of Technology. So our go-to-market strategy is the Dope Covered Apparel Tour, which has a potential reach of over 1 billion viewers globally. Partnerships and collaborations with 1WVAC Apparel in Saudi Arabia next month, and Ivan Britton Style House, along with Stacks of Style House in Hollywood. Crowdfunding, our website, social media, and our general store for drop shipping basic items. Our team includes myself, Shailene de Guzman, as our CFO. Our advisor includes Catherine Schiller from FIT in New York. She's also the founder of High Tech Moda for New York Fashion Week, as well as Savita K, who's a part of the member of the World Fashion Council in London, and also the House of Icons fashion show for London Fashion Week, which we were featured in this past February, and we were the grand finale. So of course I can't ask you for money, but it's here. So we're asking for $500,000. Most of it will be going towards IT, the development of our app, which is a creation that's merging like a video game into fashion, where our clients can customize their own clothing, and they have it's a SaaS model where you have different options of what you have access to, and you can gain points and have an underground marketplace where we can buy, sell, and trade our old elements. So I ask you today to step outside the box that humanity created for you and join AU Nation Dope Covered Apparel. Thank you.
So once again, we'll do the same thing for Q&A, where I'll take the mic back and forth. So for those of you who have questions, the first question, the honor goes to me, and it's the same question we always ask, which is, what can we as a community here do to help you?
Yeah, I am needing of help. I do need, I'm looking for a co-founder or a COO. I'm also looking for help in marketing, as well as some tech partners. I do have a potential CTO that's working on the app right now. but just like support from the community and also any type of feedback that may be helpful.
Do you have a active website right now? You do?
Oh, sorry. My bad. Okay. So yeah, you could go to joinaunation.com and register. It kind of gives you a feel of what we do. You can also purchase the Stellar. That's our MVP item right now, and also register for further information to see a demo on how the elements work.
So, well, I mean, not a drop shipper, but I know you said people could design their own, like, you design their own clothing and you guys print it out through sublimation, correct?
That'd be cool. Uh, okay, cool. No, we wouldn't have, in the beginning, we're gonna have drop shipping available for our basic items. However, in the future, as our technology builds, it would be per customer. So we wouldn't offer it to other people to allow them to use that on their platform. It'd be, yeah, just, it'd be, like AU is just like this whole world. Exactly. Yeah, most stuff. And eventually we'll drop off the drop shipping options.
Good morning. What are your plans on the production side of the business to be able to supply, the apparel? Are you getting it produced here locally in the Sacramento community? Are you planning to go offshore? How are you planning to scale that up?
Thank you for that question because I'm rebuilding my pitch deck to include that. So right now we're going to be producing locally. That's what I'm kind of doing, a lot of it myself, but the goal is to create a partnership where we're employing people who come out of the prison system with all these years of manufacturing experience and they don't have jobs. So I work and volunteer at the Anti-Recidivism Coalition down here in Sacramento. And so we're trying to create a system where when they come out of jail and they have these skills, they're able to have employment. So because we're doing custom bespoke apparel, it's not possible for us to produce overseas. And that also eliminates a lot of the waste from the fashion industry. I don't know if you guys are aware, but the fashion industry is the second largest polluter in the world. And the way that fast fashion is actually produced is creating harm for the environment. Right now, Forever 21 is going through a bankruptcy and closing. So it is an opportunity for bespoke, which is tailoring apparel. So it'll be a lot of less waste and a social enterprise.
So I happen to know that you graduated from Founder Institute in LA. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience and if you would recommend a pre-accelerator or accelerator program to other startups?
I did do Founders Institute, and it was probably one of the hardest things I ever did. And I did it in Silicon Valley while I was hella broke. I wouldn't recommend doing it broke. However, it was a great experience and it pushed me to the next level, to have the type of support that I had, and my cohorts were just amazing people. I actually found myself building not only my company, but 3 other businesses. Also, the network is amazing. I got to meet it as well as mentors who had incredible companies. I got to meet the founder of Udemy, who was a graduate of the Founders Institute. So that was great. Also, I got to meet the creator who did the Verizon logo, but now she does hardware, and so she does an amazing job in hardware, and I look to working with her in the future for wearables. So it just helped me see what's possible. It was a really hard program. I would recommend it, but I would say make sure you have some money to go along with it, because you're gonna have to invest in your business. Luckily, I had a lot of stuff already ready, so by the time the program caught up to where I was, I can start getting into some new things.
Probably our last question.
Okay. Oh, I have the honor of asking the last question. I looked at your website, and I'm just wondering if you can explain, like, as you go abroad and do all these fashion shows, people are going to want to buy right away what you have because it's super innovative, really inventive, creative. I love it. Just want to tell you that too. I love what you're doing. But can you explain the process of, like, how I know that you want them to register and then they have access to this MVP item, but how are you going to, like, you're going to get a rush of customers because it is so creative. You're going to get a rush of people that want to buy right away. What's that process going to look like so that you can sell right away and start to get some momentum for your sales and for your business and start building as you're building your audience?
Thank you for the question, and also the support, telling me I'm going to have a lot of customers. I love that. So right now I'm working with the UX designer, and she's building out the wireframe for our first level of what do you call it? The app. So we have like this system, as you kind of saw, the process that we go through that allows a customer to kind of customize their outfits, and we'll be working with a photographer as well as a videographer for how that looks as we grow. So it'll be a little bit choppy in the beginning. Hopefully, as the investment comes, we'll be working with Futurist Labs. I believe they're in Denmark, so we can start the process of almost like, I don't know if you watch video games or play video games, but it's like this create a character type thing. So that's really expensive to have. So we're gonna kind of have this kind of like mix and match kind of thing where you can see it on, the model until we can get that technology.
Actually, stay